Hello.
Hey.
We're joined today by fucking nobody.
Yeah, nobody at all. What a shocker.
No way.
It is like a special episode. It is episode 50.
That means I have a lot to talk about.
I do as well.
First thing, because I wanted your reaction first. I made this meme.
Okay. Hang on. Let me rewind.
Don't turn up the volume. There's music.
Oh, get tortured or look without mad. FTC members.
Oh, that one's for you.
Yeah.
But then the other one is get tortured or show up for a session. False video game players organization members.
False gaming organization.
False video game players organization. I think we should change our channel name to that. The next April Fool's.
Yeah.
False video game. So the FVG.
I don't know why, but it feels like we haven't done a session in quite some time.
It really has. It really
I don't know if it's because of the 4th of July weekend.
What weekend? I didn't get one. I had to work a full week.
You had to work a full week, even on 4th of July? Oh yeah, you had to work on a week.
Oh no, I didn't even get the day before off.
So you had to work on like...
It was just a normal week.
Wow.
Just normal week.
I mean...
They said because they needed everyone there because of large supply and demand.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
I have words for you because you only have to work 4 days a week.
Yeah.
For 4 hours. I have to work 5 days a week for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you shut the fuck up and know your fucking privilege, you fucking piece of shit asshole. Yeah. But for your work, is it hot as fuck in your work? It is for me as well.
We only have 4 small fans that are like on opposite ends that are in like...
They put 4 fans on...
Yeah, two
corners.
two ends, yeah.
And that's it.
Yep.
No other fans in the middle.
Nope.
There's fans all around my place, and it barely makes a difference.
Yeah, and then like last year when it got like really hot, I remember like my manager called me to the office and she was like, your performance is very slow, and I'm just thinking like, it's, do you know how hot it is? I have to stand next to a fan for like a few minutes to like cool off before I can like, because I have to walk loops like continuously. I get like maybe like 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
At work. So obviously, because I'm walking so much, I'm gonna get even hotter.
Right. Like, bruh. 5 other people have got heat stroke at my work.
Oh yeah, like, I know, and they have a sign about, here's how to not get heat stroke. Like, you shouldn't have just wrote, "Don't be here."
Yeah.
Oh, it was even worse last year because the fans I just talked about, they were just installed recently.
Yeah.
The one we had last year was just one floor fan. That was it.
Oh my god. That is insane. I will just say.
Last thing for terms of work is just the Sunday. Like, my coworkers have become so lazy that so when there's like a bunch of shelves and you grab what you need to get, so now when it's like really high up, they just leave them under the conveyor and just grab them there because they're just getting lazier. So we finish up early. They want us to go to another area because they don't want us to leave early anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, so all my coworkers just left, and they left like 20 boxes just laying around everywhere that I had to go, because she's like, "Can you put this back?" And then because it was just the two of me and this like older woman, she was just like, "Can you put this box back?" I'm like, "Sure." And then she just walks off. I'm like, "Are you fucking?" Yeah. I'm like, "They just left fucking 10 boxes like all fucking around."
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. After that, nothing much in terms of work.
That's cool.
Yeah, it took me like a half hour because I had to walk around. I have to look for everything, and I was like, I come back later. I'm like just tired. I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what else? What else? I don't know what order I want to do these in. Okay, so, I think last Friday, I got a message from a mutual of ours.
Okay.
Someone we went to high school with, and they disappeared. We talked about her before. Miss got hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah?
She messages me, and she's like, I guess she messaged her entire friend list, and she was like, my birthday's tomorrow. If anyone could send me some money, that'd be appreciated. I lost my job. I'm homeless.
Oh my god.
So I was like, I don't want to be a dick and ignore it or leave her on red. So I'll say something.
Yeah.
So and I was like, I don't remember the last time I talked to her. I scroll up a little bit. Last time I texted her was like 8 years ago.
Holy
And
shit.
it was not pretty.
Yeah.
I was an asshole.
Oh my god.
So what? I don't remember much, but I didn't want to keep going. I didn't want to keep looking because, obviously, I was in high school. I was like, embarrassed.
Yeah.
So apparently, a mutual of me and Isaiah's, I guess he liked her. I guess, and I guess she, was just kind of being a dick about it. I guess I don't know, but so, and I guess he was just not mentally okay. Like he was just, and this guy was like seriously like S word and stuff. Like he was so. Isaiah, if you're watching this, you probably know who I'm talking about. But so I told her off. I said like, I called that dude my brother, who ended up just not wanting to talk to me or Isaiah anymore. So like, yeah, this aged well.
Yeah.
But I told her off, and then she just wrote this like, are you fucking kidding me? I just found out I might have cancer, and I might fucking die, and this is what I get, and this whole essay thing. And I'm like, oh my god. And I just wrote back. So now, like, for now, I just said, I'm sorry I'm not financially able to help you right now. But I'm also sorry for how I behaved last time we talked. I was a dumb kid. And she messaged back, and then she was like, it's no problem. I said, like, wasn't a requirement or anything. I was like, she's like, how are you doing? I'm like, all right, how about you? And then she sends me another freaking paragraph just being like, just classic depression stuff. I'm not gonna obviously get into specifics, but it was like basically stuff you hear depressed people say all the time. Right? Yeah. And I just said, well,
damn, that's crazy, but I didn't fucking ask.
So I was just like, well, do you talk to anybody about this? Like a guidance counselor, a boyfriend, like, and she's like, nope, no, my family doesn't care about me. And I'm like, well, last thing I wrote, and she hasn't messaged me back or probably left me unread or whatever. I don't really care, honestly. I just wrote, well, then you should find somebody who does, find a support system.
Yeah.
Since I haven't talked to this girl in like 8 years.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have asked if like, how many times have you been injured in the last like decade?
Oh. Like, here's just what I'm thinking about now. When I look at like that old message, I was just thinking, was she faking? I hate to be that guy, but there's just some part of me that's just heavily suspicious. If now that you think about it, the amount of times that she might have, like, I'm not, obviously this is just hypothetical, I'm not accusing her of anything, but like, and if you remember, she would always talk about some dark shit. Do you remember?
I remember her being like over dramatic.
Yeah. Like, you might have been in the class where she talked about she got home invaded.
Home invaded.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You were probably in that class.
Was it in middle school?
No, this was high school.
High
This
school.
might
I
have
don't
been
think
like
I had a class with her in high school.
This might have been freshman year,
Maybe
sophomore.
in high school.
But she was like,
I don't even remember her in high school actually.
But she was like, I don't remember much, but she was like, my home got invaded. I got beat up. They kicked my puppy. Like, she would always just talk about the most like dark like shit, and then but now I'm just like thinking back like, shit, was she? It's like either what I'm thinking is like, this is obviously headcanon, like, and I'm not accusing her, but it's like, it's just like the vibe I'm getting that she's either like she's doing it for attention or she has like some mental health problem that like thinks that she's like constantly, because it happened a lot. She used to disappear like all the time.
Yeah.
And then I think I remember when she like finally just like did not show up to school anymore that she moved. I think we all just joked like, "Oh, she died."
She's fucking dead. Holy shit.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not accused, but that's just the vibe I'm getting at now because it's like, maybe because it happens so much. I don't think there was ever a time where she wasn't in a cast or wasn't walking around with an IV tube.
She's like that one SpongeBob character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who walked
every
out of the
morning?
house.
Every morning I break my arms. Every evening I break my legs, and finally my heart attacks put me to sleep. It just falls down the stairs. But then he turns out. Then what did he turn out to be? A con artist.
Right. That's what she turned out to be. That's why she's asking for money.
That's the suspicion I'm getting. And I'm like, man, maybe
That's just such a weird request, though. Like, even if I had no money at all, I would not ask anyone for money. Because, like, that's just asking for trouble. Because, like, a lot of people would be like, hey, I need the money back. You know?
Yeah.
But, who knows?
Especially that I haven't talked to her in, like, almost a decade.
Right?
Hey, what's weird is like it was like we weren't even on like good terms, and I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird, honestly, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was another thing too, because it was like her just talking about all this like depressing. I have no one to talk this about, and I'm like, it says you're in a relationship. Why aren't you telling him this?
You should have asked that.
I should. Oh, I didn't want to be interrogative and obviously reignite.
I mean, you don't have to be interrogative
Yeah.
about it. You could have just been like, do you have a boyfriend you talk to?
I did. As I said, do you have like family members, a partner, a therapist?
Then get more specific and be like, okay, talk to him then. Without, and not in a rude way, obviously, but just being like, you know, talk to him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your fucking boyfriend. I don't care.
It only matters if we're dating.
There cannot be friendships between man and woman. There can only be sexual relationships. Always. It's people who actually think like that, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I have to watch those every time it's either like, because when it really hurts for someone who's me, who mainly has female friends, and then guys like see, and then girls see it and like, oh, this is just how all guys are, and they don't want to be friends with me. So because it's like, it's either like men and women are only meant for like sexual shit, or that men who are friends with women, they are only just, you hear this all the time, they're just waiting for that door to open.
Yeah.
Waiting for that door to open. Once she breaks, because it's like, once you break up, he's gonna show right up at your front door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I am, but not to date you, to ask you if you're okay. It's a fuck you.
I'll be the shoulder you can cry on.
But it's like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of backwards thinking, I guess. Like, there's, you know, I'm friends with a lot of girls that I wouldn't date, mostly because they're fucking ugly, but, you know.
Mine's the opposite. It's more so that I'm the ugly one. Like, literally, all my female friends have been attractive, and, like, I'm just, like, like, hey, guys.
The Discord mod. You're just like, okay. Fine.
Yeah, I'm that, like... Wrong Jacob, Matt.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Jacob Molik is a Discord atheist mod
Atheist?
incarnate.
Yeah.
He strikes me as an atheist, and not like a casual one, like one that's just like
Right.
my lady, you know.
Oh,
one of those.
I'm thinking, like, atheist. I think atheist, and I'm just like... And I'm just... what does religion have to do with this?
Yeah, atheist is like you don't believe in God or shit.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Like, I'm sorry if I, like, jump topics. I'm starting to, when we do podcasts now, I want to write down everything I want to talk about now.
Yeah.
Just so I don't forget anything. So a couple, like, literally the day after our last session, like the day before, my dad, these are both kind of, because these happened on the same day. My dad, he's like, you want to go to another comic book show? And I was like, I'm working, like, I don't like to do anything, and I have to work.
Yeah.
But my mom yelled at me, she's like, well, normal people do things before work, like, I'm like, okay, whatever. So, when I got, yeah, and this was after I came back from, when I got home from your session, because everyone was so fucking up, because it's summer, because,
Yeah.
so I pondered it, and I was like, alright, I'll please everyone, and go. So when I got back from our session, I just ate, I went to shower, and I went to bed, and I got up early. It's like, I'm just gonna call out of work, because, and then I went, and I had a good time. I got back, and then my mom yells at me, she's like, it's 3 o'clock, you could have easily gone to work. I'm like, I don't want to fucking do anything. So yeah, that was, so I took and I was pondering messaging you, being like, oh, hey, I just last minute have the day off, want to have another session. I was like, you know what, I'll just leave him be. Like, he probably wants the day to, like, relax.
Yeah.
So
I'm not too crazy about back-to-back sessions these days, especially in the summer.
yeah, so then I found out, when I was relaxing, I saw my friend posted, this just shows how much I hate our fucking town, and, my friend got kicked out of a bar.
Yeah? Your redhead?
Nope. A different one.
Okay.
One that was mutuals with my friend who passed.
Oh, okay.
They got kicked out of a bar. I want to remind you that this person is mixed. And they went in and they said they don't... This bar is literally right by our neighborhood, by the way. Like, it was like, I looked on my Google Maps, so like, never heard of this tavern. And I was like, wait, is that one close? And I was like, yeah, it's like literally like a 2-minute walk. And I was like, what the fuck?
Near that ice cream place? Is
Maybe,
it around
I
there?
think so. It might be.
Because that's like the only place I can imagine it.
I'll try to find out what they wrote, but they wrote that they got kicked out. Also, I want to clarify. they're mixed.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's not like they still like, they're not like dark, but they still have like, but they're not like pale either. They have that kind of like dark, like tan complexion. But it's obviously that they're mixed. But they said and I also want to remind you that this cop is frequented by police officers.
Mm-hmm.
So they got kicked out for because of what they looked like.
Okay.
Yeah. My friend posted their outfit and being like, "This is not intimidating or anything," and they're like, I don't want to accuse, but like I'm pretty sure I was just racially profiled." And everyone in our town, they posted it to like their private, you know, social media, and they posted it on the town forum. And everyone was defending the bar, being that they were lying. Either they were lying, or like you don't know. There's two sides to every story. Or or you know, just doing anything they can to just disregard my friend has no like motivation to lie about this kind of shit.
Yeah.
They broke down everything that happened minute by minute. They said they were only in there for like 5 minutes. They didn't even have time. They didn't ask for. They didn't think they were, because that's what some people said. They just thought you were underage. Like, yeah, they do look like young, but like they're older than me, and they couldn't have easily just given them an ID and just being like you know, I'm above age.
Yeah. So
I can get alcohol. But no, they didn't even want to see their ID. They literally broke down one minute by minute. They started off. They went with their boyfriend and I guess his friend for after work or whatever. I don't know. They went to go play pool, and they got thrown out.
Amazing.
So it's just like, and then I just the backlash was just insane. Like in terms of our town, it went viral. In terms of like our town, like is like everyone was talking about it.
Yeah.
And like everyone was just defending this bar, being like, "Oh, I had the owner had such an amazing time. The owner's so kind," and blah 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 blah. But it's like, just because you had a good experience doesn't mean everyone is gonna have a good experience.
Yeah.
This is all the boomers and millennials just being like, "You're lying, you're making this up," or
I'm making this up.
I was like, I didn't want to say anything, and my parents are my parents are far right, so I can't say anything publicly about this.
Yeah.
So I messaged them privately and I said, "Hey, like, you okay? Like, so what happened? I'm really sorry." And we just had a conversation about it. I told them, and I was like, you know, I'm not really a bar kind of guy. I don't drink anyway, so it's like, and I know how emasculating it is for a man to not order any non-alcoholic shit at a bar.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
we still live in that time.
Yeah.
And they're like, they said something real. They were like, "Well, if we go to a bar together, and if they have a problem with you getting non-alcoholic drinks, then they can talk to me." And I was like, you know what? Thank you for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sticking up for me. So yeah. Next thing on my list was this all happened Thursday. Went to do my self-care day. Gym, Starbucks. I go to the store just to kill time because it takes my grandparents to pick. It takes me a while. I probably talked about it. It takes my grandparents a while to get there to pick me up. So I obviously go to other stores to like kill time.
Yeah.
So I don't have to like walk all the way down, stand by the door for like 5 to 10 minutes and be like, you know. So I'm walking. I'm inside Target. I'm just walking around. I'm going to leave, and I see this huge overweight man on a scooter And
Jacob.
He was black, so
Jacob.
he was darker than Jacob.
Jacob was doing blackface.
Jacob doesn't ride a scooter. He doesn't ride the scooters.
He would break it instantly, but
Jesus. So, and he says out loud, like, how the fuck, like, how do I get back to the mall? So I give him directions, and I'm just like, you know, go this way, and then you'll be right back inside the mall. And then he's like, oh, you're helping me. And I was like, yeah, helping you. Like, so he goes like, hey, listen, man. Do you have $60 to spare? I'm homeless and I need a bus ticket to go home. And I was like, I said, look, I don't carry that kind of money on me. Sorry, I don't typically carry cash on me. And especially if I do, it's not that much. Like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And he goes, well, what about Cash App? And I was like, nope. I lied. Obviously, I had to.
yeah.
But then I said, well, he's like, no. And I was kind of looked upset about it. And I was just like, and I said, well, those are the directions. Like, you know, have a good one. I'm sorry, I can't help you. I did feel bad, though, because I was like, it's just and I know this might make me such a dick, but it's like, I'm not financially, like, able enough to give $60 on a whim.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know your story, man.
It was actually, Cass in a costume. The girl.
Oh my god. So I walked back. I did feel bad. I was just like, man, like it's like if I could, I would, but it's just like I don't have like enough to like just dump $60 on just like a
The
set.
most I would give is like 10.
Yeah. For like
That's about it.
but like $60 for a bus ticket.
Yeah.
Are they that expensive? They're not that expensive.
I wouldn't know. I never took the bus ever. And I don't plan on to.
So I walked back to Starbucks, and while I'm heading back there, I do see him like he's following behind me. So I'm like, okay, he's following the directions, which is, you know, a good thing. So I get inside. It's like the Starbucks is not far from Target, so and this leads into my other story as well. But I see. So I'm in like the waiting area for. Because I when I go there, I like to place my order while I'm inside the place, so there's no shenanigans. Like by the time I walk up there, it's all ready. Like I'd rather get them like grab it when it like just comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, which will lead into my other story. But I see him standing over a trash can. Like he got up, and he just kind of just stood there for a while. But I look. He's holding a bag from T-Mobile. So, like, what'd you buy at T-Mobile, man?
Yeah.
Did you buy a new phone? So, I don't know if this was a scam or what. But, crazy.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
So, when I went back to, like, my Starbucks story, while I was in there, the app was down, so I was like frantically restarting my phone, trying to anything I can to make sure but it was down, so I was like, fuck, okay, I'm gonna have to fucking do this the old-fashioned way and go up to the counter and order. So I'm like fuck.
Yeah.
Because that's why I like to just do the mobile order so much. It's just I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Just you know, like a thank you, like, and I'm like, have a good day. I'm like, you too. Like that's the most I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up there and order. Everything was fine, and they hand me my stuff. Then I was like, oh, they got my drink wrong. And you know, I'm introverted.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, but it was just like a different variation of it. And I was like, I didn't really care at the end of it, but I'm also extremely introverted, so I didn't want to make a scene. Be like, oh, you got my drink wrong.
I'm the same. Because a few years ago, I went to Wendy's with Jacob and I think Isaiah as well. And at the time, I didn't like anything on my burger. I was so basic. So, like, I only just wanted cheese. And they put, like, tons of other stuff on my burger. So instead, I just took everything off my burger. And Jacob was like, you should go up to the counter and be like, hey, redo my fucking burger. But, like, I was like, no, it's fine. I can easily take everything off my burger.
That's happened with me at Wendy's too.
Yeah.
I get chicken sandwiches, and I like mine plain. So sometimes once in a while, like, but my parents are the exact opposite. They just want me to suck it up, and they just be like, when they get it back, I'm like, well, this is not plain, and they're like, stop being so over dramatic, and they just take the thing off, and then they scrape the freaking mayo off the bun, and then they're like, here, eat it. And I'm like, okay, gonna have to put extra ketchup on to mask the mayo taste, but
yeah,
okay.
Goddamn.
Yeah, my family's been really irritating this week.
Yeah.
I messaged you that we were supposed to start an hour earlier, but I got up on time, and I was gonna get ready. But everyone just decided to be in the bathroom. In both bathrooms, I had to wait like 20 to 30 minutes to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And when you had... And like, I was like, I really have to go, and I really have to get ready. Like, come on.
The one time you wake up early.
Yep, exactly. And then they've been cleaning, like, all... past couple of days they were like cleaning like the whole house, and it's just it's so annoying because it's like I'm a mess, but I know where shit is, if that makes sense. It's like organized. I'm
where
like,
you know where your fucking shit is in your mess.
Yeah, like it's like like my aunt describes it best. My aunt describes it as organized chaos.
Yeah.
Like, it's a mess, but I know where my stuff is when I need it.
Mm-hmm.
But when they clean, they don't like to tell me where my stuff is.
Yeah.
And then when I ask them, they're like, well, I don't know. Like, what?
You cleaned it.
Like, so they were cleaning out one room, and they found... So, back in the day, like early FGC, yeah, maybe before then, I would write when I was, losing weight and trying to get more active. Not so anymore because of, mental health and stuff,
Yeah.
So I would write down what I ate, how much I exercised for, and my family finds this list, and they start reading it out loud, and everyone's laughing about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, haha, you're fat now. Haha, you're not what you used to be.
You're trying to make your life better by losing weight. Haha, fat fuck. Who are you, Jacob Molick? Fat fuck? Stupid? Disgusting yoga?
Oh, yeah, that's what... Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking sausage
I
roll.
was pretty crushed by that. I was just thinking that whole time, like, please stop reading it. They were reading the whole thing out loud. I could just see my little sister giggling about it. I'm like, I'm about to start throwing hands.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not... That is not okay.
Truly not.
They're reading out like a shopping list.
Yeah. Yep. Last thing, and I've been saving for this. Yeah. No, actually, second last thing. I watched The Wildest Movie last night.
Yeah.
I watched an adaptation of Frankenstein, and what the fuck?
Yeah.
So what happened was I saw this movie, and it's like, oh, it's on... This just shows how... do you use Google TV often?
Nope.
Okay. So Google has this like Google TV. It's basically like a movie catalog, I guess you could say. It could tell you like basically you can rent movies, and but it could also tell you where you can stream them. You know?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm tired right now.
So it said I was recommended this movie, and it said it got a high score on Peacock, and Shiz says it's got a low score. So I was like, well, they lied to me. They must have been confusing with another one. So I was like, you know what? This might be trash, but maybe this is fun trash,
Yeah.
And I watched it. Some wild shit happened.
Yeah.
So basically, this is like gonna be a mini review, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch this again. I don't know if I want to. It's basically the story of Frankenstein, but it's set in a modern setting, and so basically, but the thing about the monster in this one is it's basically like more realistic in a way that he starts off like acting like a newborn baby, and like doesn't know how to talk. He like just knows like he has. So eventually he like they raise him up to being like, oh, you're like this perfect being, like you're so like majestic and beautiful, and but then he starts developing like these skin rations or whatever all over his body and face, and they're like, oh, he's a failed experiment, let's just kill him. And but he's obviously not dead, so he breaks out of the lab, and obviously he's a child. He basically has like the mind of like a 1-year-old, so he's like he doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when he like kills people, he like doesn't know they're dead.
Yeah.
He just starts going like wild shit. Probably one of the only times I've gagged in a horror movie was he's becoming. He starts off, he's living in the woods, a scavenger, so he has to find food. So he finds carcasses of roadkill or whatever, and oh my god, he finds a deer carcass, and he's like going through its body and he grabs a handful of meat, and there's maggots on it. And he just goes, and I'm like, ugh. Like, nope.
Good soup.
Yeah.
Delicioso.
And then, but I have to talk about probably and then it's like weird with this movie where it's like, there's a good like potential movie in here, but it's just like, they just fucked it up. It's like, and then there's like, and he finds a dog, and it's like, and they become friends, and it's like, oh cool, like he'll have a dog friend. And
nope, he fucking kills it.
The dog does die, but the cops shoot it.
Oh.
Because there's basically in Frankenstein, there's just always a scene where the little girl, like he accidentally throws a little girl into the river, and he saves her. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
But obviously, so the cops show up, and they're like, put the girl down, and the dog obviously is just the dog's just barking, and the dog's just right up at the cop, just barking, and he's like, sir, and obviously again, he has the mind of a 1-year-old, he can't really speak, so he's like, sir, put the dog out, and they just fucking shoot it, like, and I was like, no, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
You shoot the dog?
Yeah, the cop just shot the dog, right?
Cool.
But this took such a turn that I was like, what the fuck is going on? So he befriends a blind man, who is probably and the actor is the blind man's the Candy Man. So I was like, oh, let's go. Okay, he's gonna carry the movie, which he did. But so he takes him, like he's basically raising him as like kind of like a son. He like teaching him how to speak and stuff, and but this just takes such a turn. So okay, it also says, alright, the data disk is done, but I'm still talking right now.
Yeah.
So this woman, who we find out is a prostitute,
okay.
It gets worse. So they
don't like where this is going.
He's just like, so since he's blind, he's like, and he calls him monster because that's like the only word he knows because he just heard everyone call him that. So he's just like, oh, I'm monster. So he's like, monster, like, is she as fine as she says she is? And he's like, yes. And then through this whole weird conversation it goes, she just realizes that he's like mentally not all there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, and they're talking about sex and stuff, and she's like, oh, you don't know where babies come from? She whips out her phone and shows him porn. And she's like, this is how, she's like, this is fucking this is where babies come from. I'm like, what the fuck is... So then this whole thing is like, okay, the homeless blind guy is just now gonna pay for her to have sex with him.
What the fuck?
And it gets worse. So they go to a hotel room, and obviously she sees that he's like disfigured and shit, so she's like, you're gonna have to like take a shower or something, like I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
But she asks him beforehand, she's like, what is this? So he kept a key. So while he was basically born in like a research facility, so the only thing he left is like the ID card of the woman who basically was like his mother, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the wife of, or like the lover of Victor Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein, but so she sees the card and she's like, who's that? And he's like, and obviously since he's like a baby, he's like, mama. And then she's like, oh, that's your mother? And then she's like, you want me to find her? So, and I'm like, oh, this is really sweet. Like, they don't make the sex worker like, an ass or anything, but she shows him the picture, and he just stares at the picture of his mother, and she goes, oh, and he says, and obviously now he's like learning a few words, so he just says, he looks at the picture, he's like, fucking, and she's like, oh, you want to fuck her? And and he doesn't say no to that. I'm like, this bro wants to fuck his essential mother figure. This whole time it was like, because like there was like obviously like him like dreaming and like her having like her and the dog being like him having like a happy life. I thought it was like, because it was like a mother and something. No, he wants to fuck his basically his mom. I know, I was like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And then so it's like, okay, like, yeah, and she even was like, in the process it was like, well, I'm gonna fuck you. She's not the one pulling out. I'm gonna be the one. I'm like, what? Well, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is so fucking bizarre.
This is like a fully grown child.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah.
Alright.
So he gets showered. He shows up naked, but he has no dick. He's just like a fucking tumor. Like, just boils all over his body. And she's so repulsed by this. And she's like, she's like, this is like worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, I can't do this. I can't. So he just fucking grabs her. I'm like, oh no, he's gonna rape her. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, no. But no, I don't know if he was just like scared of it, but he just kills her. I'm like, oh my. And then the blind guy shows up. He's like, what's going on? And he senses that she's like hurt or something, and he like feels her, and he's like, oh shit, she's like dead. Then he kills him accidentally, and I'm like, oh my. I'm like,
you fucking kidding.
I mean, I was like, okay, I do see where they're going with like having like everyone who essentially cares about him like die, because it just adds to like the tragedy, I guess, that like every time he like cares about someone or someone cares about him, they just fucking die.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dog, but yeah, that's the only problem with him. Like, then like once like the ending, I was like, what the fuck, like, yeah. So yeah, that was a experience. It's truly a movie that exists.
Sure sounds like it, yeah.
So the last thing I want to do, and I think this is a good idea since this is the 50th podcast episode. So, for context, for you guys, you might need to watch an early episode of Nerd Vibed about this. I'm going to the same convention this year, and I don't want that horror story to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to message her. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait to do it on the podcast. Because that would be fun.
Okay.
So, I have a message ready. I'm going to read it out to you. See what you think. So I should send it or not. I'm going to send it live.
Okay.
So, like I said, you guys should probably watch our convention horror story episode on Nerd Vibed. So this is what I wrote. So I will also admit this. I asked AI for help. They were not as helpful, but they did give me some ideas, which is what I think people should use AI for.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of this I'm going to have to obviously censor for the people at home because if I get into specifics, they might know who she is.
Yeah.
So, hi blank, I just want to say I love your content. The passion you have for mainly blank inspired me to check out the blank cartoon, which I never got around to, even though I'm a big Marvel fan. You seem really nice, and I also live on the East Coast, so if you want to talk about Marvel or pretty much anything nerdy, that'd be cool.
Okay, so like it isn't bad,
Yeah.
right?
This is a rough draft. I knew I was
Yeah.
going to be editing this with you live.
So as a quick re-jog,
Mm-hmm.
this girl is an Instagram model or some shit like that.
Cosplayer, yes.
And you followed her for how long before
Not
the
too long.
convention?
Not too long.
And you said you saw her at the convention.
I was mustering. I wasn't following her in a creepy stalker way. I was just trying to muster up courage to talk to her, and being like, okay, maybe if I get a little closer, maybe I'll gain the confidence. But I didn't.
Yeah.
I ended up having almost a full blown panic attack, and I could not speak at all.
Yeah.
So very embarrassed. Because that's why I'm like, I don't want to have that happen again, and also I think I want to make a move now. I know this message will probably not go anywhere. I know
I'm being honest. I think if you send that
as it is,
probably has dozens of guys messaging.
I know that. That's what I know. I know that for sure. I forgot context. She has 100K followers on Instagram and nearly 150K on TikTok, which is how I found her.
Mm-hmm.
But
so I'm being honest. You can send it, but don't
as is.
expect her to
I know that.
message back. I also think you have a better shot at actually going to the convention and going up to her instead.
That's how I talk.
If you're reading that message out loud. But you have the robot do it, so if you get nervous,
AI!
if you get nervous, you can just play the noise button and be like, "Hey."
Or I'd be like a.
I also live on the East Coast, so if you want to talk, just but you have that, do it.
Or I just write it down and just hold up sign, just hey,
but
rip the paper. Write every single word in big letters.
You're not even smiling. You're just you have.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
You have sweat pouring down
Yeah.
your face.
I can't speak. I'm it's I'm suffocating.
You're
I'm
visibly shaking.
I'm gasping for breath because I feel I'm suffocating.
You just cough intently dozens of times.
It's even though I can't talk, I act I'm not. I can't even breathe right now. I'm dying.
On the last card, you're just on the ground fighting for your life.
I just hand her like the last note as I feel like I just died in her arms. Just like
She just leaves before you even send the last card.
I'm just lying on the floor.
You don't even see.
Like my dad.
You know, she left 5 cards ago. You don't even know.
And I wake up in the fucking hospital.
You're just showing the cards to like security at that point.
Hey, do you see this?
She looks like this, and it's just a stick figure with boobs on it. Oh.
Alright. So, as is? Or
It's shitty. Don't.
Okay.
I mean, no, it's not that bad.
What
but
should we tweak? I knew I was gonna have to tweak this. This was just a rough, like, thing. Because I didn't want to come off as, like, too, like, right away. Like, oh, let's be friends. Like, you know what I mean? And I didn't want to be, like, sounded like I somehow was wanting her, like, following for my own game. If that makes sense. So, obviously, that's what I was trying to go for here. Not to, like, jump the shark, and to also not be like, I'm trying to get something out of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't send anything. I would wait until the convention. No, I'm saying that sincerely, because I don't. Like I said, like you could send like the most like perfect message, but like she's not gonna see it.
That
most
is
likely.
true. That is true. All right.
Yeah. Even though it's the easier route to take.
It is. But you are right. I knew that, like... I was like 98% sure that it was, like, not going to go anywhere. That it was, like, the most it would be was, like, just being left on red. Like,
yeah.
Or I would get pretty much...
a hard thing.
Or an automated response, if you know what I'm talking about.
Do cosplayers have that?
I don't. Probably, like... But, like... A message, like, you might, like, get, like, as kind of robotic.
Yeah.
Whereas, like...
It's like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that's it.
If you want to chat, check out blah, 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 you know, like that kind of shit. That was also what I was... But, yeah. I will say this, though. If she is going... I'm going on a different day this year. I'm going on a Friday, not a Saturday. Which I was kind of bummed out, but now it's Friday. And I was like, you know what, if she's there on a Friday... Like, I was already nervous a lot last year, but she... Because of course she does. She cosplays Black Cat. I'm like, if she shows up in that cosplay, I'm fucking folding. Like, I'm gonna be even worse. It's gonna be even harder to try to talk to.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that's it for me. I think I've talked about everything. Thumbs off. Did anything spicy happen these last 2 years? Kinda.
You can be the judge.
How about while you look, I'll put the latest game on.
Okay.
We're playing a surprise game.
Yeah.
Guys.
We're playing a game we've definitely never played before on the channel.
That I have to like carry I have to carry again because a certain member of the channel doesn't like to do shit.
Yeah. The channel does not like doing videos for the channel.
Do you want me to send you that meme I made?
Huh?
I was gonna post the false video game players meme in the server. I just wanted your live reaction first before I sent it out. But do you want me to send you the one that was for you?
You know what's funny? You can upload those both to the channel.
As shorts?
Yeah.
Because they're cropped in the way like for like the full screen like a short.
No, yeah. You can upload those as
I'm
shorts.
uploading both of them.
Yeah.
It's the same template, but
yeah.
It's the same template, but back to back. I'll do that right
now. So June 26th.
That feels like so fucking long ago.
I know. It doesn't even feel like 2 weeks ago.
I love how the first I love the first video. It's a 9-second video. This is listening to Kanye West until he says something controversial, and it's 9 seconds. I watched one for like Drake last night. It's like, listening to Drake until he says something sus, and then it does, and then he's like, ah. Alright. How do I? Sorry, June 26th. What happened on June 26th, Matt?
Okay. So, I'm just trying to. So I was doing the pilot or whatever in my area, and then I think this happened in the middle of the day. Yeah, in the middle of the day. I just see, I look up slightly, and I just see Lydia glancing at me before looking away. So, that's fun. That's cool. And she did it again, I guess. Nothing really too interesting. Nothing happened on June 27th, I think. Yeah, no, nothing happened. June 28th. Let me see. No. I don't think anything happened last week. I'm just kind of skimming through this, and I'm seeing nothing. Oh yeah, okay.
Why does YouTube want me to use microphone even though I'm uploading a fucking video? Dumbasses. But yeah, continue.
So June 29th, nothing happened between me and either of the girls, but my boss guy, I guess, came up to me and he was like, "Hey, do you want a full-time job?" And I was like, "Sure."
Don't you already have one?
I through the temp place, but like I didn't work at the place officially. So like basically what happens is I get paid through the other company that assigned me there.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't really at this factory officially. So yeah, basically I had to do paperwork and it was annoying because like they're asking like, "Hey, what were your previous jobs?" And I was like, I
don't have one.
No,
never mind. You do.
I did, but like I forgot like the manager or like the job, so I was just like, fuck it. I put down a random name, and I went from there. So I work at the place now. Really cool.
I don't mean to like interrupt, but like I'm trying to make the short, but it won't let me like select anything from my gallery.
Okay, let me see. So when you upload a video, you do the plus.
Yeah, I was trying to do shorts, but it wouldn't let me upload.
You actually upload the video.
Okay.
And then it will see that the video is shaped as a short, and it'll be like, "Oh, this is a short." If you choose create a short, that means you are creating a short by scratch.
Yeah.
So that's basically what that means.
Okay. Details. Yeah, it says caption your short. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just set it as private unless you want to make the title or whatever.
It's visibility. Yeah, I'll just do private for now.
Yeah.
You can do whatever.
Because it's 4 p.m. right now, so we missed the upload time by 1 minute.
Fuck. Uploading both of them.
Actually, let me see the channel. I don't know if it's an upload day or not. Oh, yep. The Beast Inside episode 18 just came out a minute ago.
That was fucking forever ago.
It was. That was in
when
February.
we recorded that. March. It said March last episode, I think.
Yeah.
Like early March. Early mid-March.
Yeah, March 11th. Alright. June. What is this? June 30th. So me and Alan, I went up to his mother and was like, we ran out of plastic wrap, so she was like to Alan like, hey, take Matt and go to the plastic wrap in the back. So basically,
You have to talk to Mr. Plastic Wrap.
go talk to Mr. Plastic Wrap in the back. Steal from his body.
Mr. Plastic Wrap.
But basically, we walked through these two machines, right, on the way there, and coincidentally that day, the two machines that we walked through both had Lydia and Alyssa there.
Oh.
So I was just like trying to focus on talking to Alan just casually, just like not even looking to the side or anything.
So yeah, I'm having a good day, like, you know, having a good time. Just keep walking.
I just do a light skin stare. And then, like, when we get to the plastic wrap, like, there's like 4 plastic wrap things in one box, and I'm just like, what if we carry 2 at the same time?
You want to look tough in front of them?
Just look big and strong.
Yeah.
So
Third grader.
third grade, I know I have like such a third grader way of like when it comes to women.
Does anyone want to help me? I really need someone big and strong to help me pick up these chairs. Like, oh, you know me. I'll do it.
So like on the way back, I'm just like carrying them, and I walk first through the machines, and like Lydia is in the way, so like I'm just like I had to like take a slight detour around like her pallet or whatever.
How big were these things, by the way?
Like the boxes.
Oh, yeah. Cause I
Are you
was
talking
like,
about like the boxes?
I guess I was just because I was like, because I was like, if you were like getting like a tube of plastic wrap, I thought like maybe as you walk by you just do like a bicycle, just like.
I just turn around to Alan and I'm just like, hey, watch this, and I throw them in the air and I catch them both.
Yeah, catch them both and just be like, yeah.
Yeah, that Toby catching animation.
No, you throw it at her, she falls, you catch her and grab the box, just be like, I got you. I totally didn't.
I'm just like, hey, Alan, throw that at both of them. I just
Real quick. Real quick. You gotta be my wingman here.
So yeah, nothing really happened, but like, I was just like, oh yeah, this will get both of them for sure. I'm pretty sure neither of them looked my way. But okay, July 2nd.
You should have just walked by just said like, damn, I can't believe they keep like 50 pounds worth of fucking plastic wrap in these boxes. Of carrying them so effortlessly.
Damn, it would be a shame if I were to fall over onto
50.
one of these women. Oh, damn. But yeah. So July 2nd. I think that was a Sunday. I had a dream.
Uh-oh.
That I was in the high school gym, and it was like a rally or something.
Prep rally?
Prep rally, yeah. And I don't know why she was in the stream, but I'll send you her name.
You told me her name already.
No. It's someone we actually went to school with.
Oh shit.
I don't know if you had a class with her, but like
send me the name.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember her.
Yeah. Russian girl or whatever.
Yeah.
Ukrainian or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just go up and I just like casually sit next to her for some reason, and like for some reason she was
when I just looked at it, I was like, yo, I haven't heard of her in so long.
But like I I just sat next to her in one of the chairs because like there were like these tables set up that had like blue tarping or whatever on them. I don't know if that's the right word. It's like, you know when you're at a party and they have like blue, like red stuff, like blue, fucking.
Plastic cups?
No. This is not important to the story at all, but like I'm just painting the picture for you.
Yeah.
It's like they put those fucking
For like tables or
tablecloths.
okay, tablecloths.
Party tablecloths.
Party tablecloths.
And it was, the school color, the blue school color on the tables.
They're
just
definitely
blue
gonna know. They're
tables
gonna
everywhere.
definitely know what school we go to now.
Yeah. Jacob's just like, oh my
Matt.
fucking god.
Matt.
There's 20 schools in Massachusetts that have the color blue in them, and now they know where we live. But like, there's just an empty chair next to her, and I just instinctively went to go sit next down her. But like, the weird thing is, before I even sat down next to her, I like, there was tons of people, right, in the gym. I'm like, hang on, I had like a gut feeling that like Lydia's here. Lydia's here for some reason, and I felt her like watching me from like afar, but like I didn't look around. I just instinctively felt her like looking at me in my dream. For some reason,
She was watching you sleep.
she was in my room while I was sleeping before work.
It's funny you say you talk about dream. It's like, you know why I wanted to message her? Because I literally had a dream that she was in it. But dreams can be so fucking wacky because it's like, because I don't know much about. I don't remember much, but I do remember this. I asked her out in the dream. I got rejected because I don't know how to drive. So, and this is just dream logic. So I was like, okay, you want to do long distance then? She was like, okay. Imagine how easy that would be. You don't know how to drive, you just want to do long distance? Okay.
You just live 5 minutes away from each other.
I mean, long distance relationships are so hard. They literally live 5 minutes.
I would kill to be in that position. Holy shit.
Well, this girl I'm talking about, she lives in Connecticut. So
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives in Connecticut, so obviously it'd be like an hour or so.
Yeah.
I don't know which area, obviously, but
Yeah. But yeah. The dream I had. I go in the chair sitting next to, I'll call her Pauline.
Mario. Mario's first girlfriend.
And I just sit next to her and she's just like, does it say what it does? Okay. So I go up to the table with this girl named Pauline from high school. I sit next to her and she says something like, "Stay with me," or something like that, and then she just gets closer to me, like leaning over at me, and for some reason I'm just into it, so like I also like lean into her for some reason. And like eventually like my dreams do like these like fucking background or just
Change?
like scenery changes.
Yeah, that happens.
And then all of a sudden we were in the top floor of my house in my sister's room for some reason. And you know those also for some reason party things, like you know those like ribbon things, those long colored ribbon things, streamers or something like that,
Yeah.
where you can just like do this with them and they fly. No, they're like ribbon things though.
Like
There's the things you hang up on the wall.
yeah.
near the ceiling.
Yeah, streamers.
Probably, I don't know what they would be called. But like, this is so weird.
I mean, she wasn't. I mean, I didn't have a crush on her, but I didn't think she was like ugly.
Yeah. But like, I grabbed.
She was just very quiet a lot.
Yeah.
She like rarely talked or anything.
Yeah. So we were in my sister's room, and there were these fur colors. There were two other people with us. I don't know who. They're kind of just faceless in my dream.
Happens.
Yeah. Just happens. I grab the red ribbons or whatever, and the other two grab the green and blue ones, and then all that were remaining was these yellow ones. And it's funny that you brought up that when I said Pauline, you were like Mario.
Yeah.
Mario.
She turns into Mario.
She grabs these yellow ones, and they're like, "Yo, she's grabbing the peach color ones, and he has the Mario ones." And I'm just there like, okay, I mean, yeah, true. And then that's all that happened in the dream that I remember. Just like me and her just like existing together, I guess. We only talked to each other in high school, like in middle school, and like 5 times.
That's it.
So, I don't know. It's so weird. Because like,
Does she have an Instagram? Shit. Let's see. I'm curious now.
yeah.
Let's see.
I don't think she
She
doesn't
seem
strike
like
me
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
as the one who has social media.
Well, fuck me. First thing I'll pop on Instagram was that girl doing Harley Quinn cosplay. And I'm like, fuck. Are you mocking me? Let me see. Maybe? I don't think so. Because when I searched her name... Because usually if you search, like... Obviously, we're just using her first name, obviously.
Yeah.
It would give... It doesn't... Usually, when you Instagram search, it would, like, give you, like... It would, like, the top searches would be mutuals, but I don't see anything. So, I'll check Facebook.
Yeah.
That seems more, like...
That seems more down her alley.
Yeah. Let's see. But if she did, then I don't know why.
I mean, if she has Facebook only, then like whatever. I'm not going back to Facebook for any reason, really.
You should. It's fucking wild.
Really? Is it like actually like so chaotic for no reason?
It depends who you're friends with and what places you... Like, our town forum is fucking chaotic. It's like absolutely... Like, literally, I've had friends just saying, like, our town, like, forum's like a shit show. It just depends, like... If you just follow people who just do chaotic shit, which I fucking do.
Yeah. Facebook just does not interest me.
Yeah, I don't usually use it these much. I used to use it all the time, but I don't really use it much these days. I don't really use anything really these days. It's just like I just don't have like the time anymore, I guess you could say. And it's just like anytime I just post something, it's usually something important.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be a frequent poster, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I'm trying to not really post on Twitter as much. Twitter sucks ass. But we all knew that. Are you checking?
Why do you have... Oh, it's glitched.
Oh.
I was like, why do you have 2 trophies on our game that we're gonna play?
Cyberpunk.
Spoilers.
I mean,
Jacob Mullig, this is
No one's gonna watch an hour and 15 minutes into this podcast. I'm sorry.
Okay. Jacob Mully, you suck. I have to fucking bring back a series once again. You're dumbass.
Fucking fat fuck. But yeah, I had another dream that morning as well.
No.
And this one has nothing to do with women.
Okay.
But it has to do with like a time period. So I played Parker Neck baseball in middle school and the first year of high school. And basically in this dream is I was just in this random town and I walk up to this field that has a tree and like it's just an open field. It doesn't even have a baseball thing or anything on it. It has a tree on the left, and then next to the tree there's this outhouse that you go pee and poop in. It's
Like
wooden.
like a when you would be in like a summer camp.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a wooden one, and then behind that it's like these row of lockers that are just out in the open, and I'm just there like, okay, I have never been here before, but at the same time it feels like I have been here before.
You could probably Google like images of like people. Like I've talked about this before in the podcast. Like there's like videos of like images of dreams you probably had. You might probably find that place probably.
Yeah,
That shit's. I already talked about mine. Mine was. I saw that. I was like, fuck.
yeah. But like,
Mine was literally the thumbnail too, and that's why I watched it. I was like, there's no fucking way. They're like, there's no fucking way. And I saw it. I was like, what the.
yeah, it's crazy. But like when I walk up to the lockers, eventually like my Parker Neck baseball team just like faded into existence. Like a fucking video editor effect. Like they just randomly spawned in slowly. And they're wearing the uniforms too, like the hats with our town initials on them. And the red jersey with the gray pants. I
Was
remember.
it faces you remember, or
I remember this kid with glasses who I think was in the dream, who was like 2 grades above us.
because there's obviously not trying to. Some people just say that if you see a face you don't know in the dream, that means it's someone who's dead who's watching you sleep.
So maybe that kid's dead.
That kid's dead.
Maybe he's just dead from a car crash or something. Who knows?
I know, because I remember I had a dream once when there was just faces I didn't recognize. And I googled that, and that's what it wrote, and it freaked me the fuck out. But it's also like, well, your brain remembers faces more like internally, I guess. But like you don't remember, but your brain does. So that's what happens. But I'm like, stop the BS.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Brain's keeping shit from me.
Yeah, that's fucking gaslighting, whatever. Fucking hell. Oh yeah. A little intermission, but during the 4th of July weekend, I was watching ghost hunting videos. And, I watched lots of horror videos.
Did you get spooked?
No, not really. I watch so much that like very rarely do I come across videos that actually freak me out. Oh my god.
You post. Yeah, I saw you posted one.
With the Mr. Sleepy people.
I guess. I haven't watched it.
Oh my god. I don't recommend it, but like 30 seconds in I was like, oh my god. It has to do with this guy who goes in these women's sleeping areas and then opens their eye recording them and just like posts about it on YouTube, his YouTube channel.
Is this like real shit? Like
Yeah. Possible roommates, I think, is what the guy in the video said. There's this one video that like the entire time I was looking away from the screen, but like he brought up this one part, like this one video where like there's no way this is fake because in this one video, the guy opens this girl's eyelid, and takes his tongue, licks it, puts his tongue on her eyeball, and she doesn't wake up from it. And I was just there like, ah!
The fuck?
Yeah, no, that was
No fucking way.
I posted in the server saying like that this is it's so weird that like I'm actually just there from a video that like this is.
And of course the replies like, "Hi, you're a bozo, man."
Yeah, Nick was just like, oh, one of the worst videos, and it's just like, Nick, I don't watch gore videos. I'm assuming Nick watches gore videos all the time or whatever, because he's friends with someone who used to be in the server, and this is before you were in the server, but like 2 summers ago,
Okay.
one of his friends just posted like this factory go video where like this guy is just like on over a machine, and he gets sucked in and just like cycles through over and over again, and like you just see like all these red particles everywhere, and like eventually he just disappears. Yeah. I'm just like, dude, you're so edgy. Holy shit, dude. Good one. Yeah. He was a comedian. He was really funny. But yeah. Let me see. July 5th? That's 4th? Oh yeah, July 4th. So the 2 previous, like, Friday and Monday before that, my alarm didn't work for some reason, but on July 4th, obviously, my alarm at the usual time I wake up at 4 a.m. Was like, alright, it's time to work on 4th of July. Because it's America's birthday, he needs to wake up early.
Mr. America.
Mr. America calls me himself like, wake up! It is my birthday! He just calls...
No, it's the fucking history of Japan. Knock knock. It's the United States.
What if on the 4th of July, the U.S. government just like calls every U.S. citizen, and it's just like in the most American sounding voices, wake up! Time to get those fireworks out.
It's Joe Biden.
Don't look up into the sun. And it's when I can't fucking talk. And when it's nighttime, don't look at the moon. 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 And it just turns into this creepy shit or whatever. He just says it over and over until you hang up.
Don't look into the moon.
Imagine if that happened though. Like you get a call from the U.S. government and it's just like, don't look into the moon. Don't look into the moon.
I was spooked one night because it was like late at night and like the moonlight was like really bright. I was like, there ain't no way this shit's supposed to be this bright.
Yeah.
It's like direct moonlight in the living room and like all the lights. I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, no, it's just. No, they tell you to don't look at the moon because if you look up at the moon has been replaced by an American flag.
It's been replaced by the Washington Monument. They engraved the four faces on the moon.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Holy shit. Alright. July 5th.
Could you imagine if they actually did that? Just being like, guys, the United States is like, guys, we're gonna recreate Mount Rushmore on the moon. I think that's how World War III would start. Because then it would be like, why can't we? And then other countries of the world just be like, why can't we carve anything?
It's our moon. It's not our moon.
The moon is U.S. territory. The 51st state, the moon.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? It's the Earth's moon. It's not the United States moon. You're not the only country on Earth, you fucking assholes.
Well, we say one nation under God, so yeah, technically yes.
What the fuck? No, you can't just put your fucking presidents on the fucking moon. Come on. We get to put our prime ministers on the moon now. Come on. Are you fucking serious?
Vladimir Putin statue on the moon.
All of a sudden, all the nations just go to the moon and they're just like engraving their fucking presidents or prime ministers or whatever. You just see Kim Jong-un. But like, it doesn't look like him at all. It's like, you know that Markiplier art photo? Where it's just like warped in the phone. They tried drawing Kim Jong-un on the moon, but like it's like a long face version of him. Doesn't even look like him. I need to show you the photo.
I think my favorite with like Kim Jong Un was like that show like the world grid of like the electricity. It just shows one light in North Korea, and then it shows steam. It says Kim Jong Un playing Rocket League.
It's. Oh wait, no, it's not that. Hang on. It's like this, but Kim Jong Un.
No, and then it's gonna be then they're gonna start commercialing it like for like a certain amount of money, like you could like engrave something on the moon.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna I have to find talked about this video. I need to find the image, you know.
You can write your own special message on the moon.
No, and I'm like this one's like the same thing, but it's it's Johnny Sins.
He tried drawing the rock, but it just comes out as Johnny Sins.
I saw one that was like just like Giga Chad version, but that was just as good.
I mean, honestly, Johnny Sins is much better than the Rock. For being honest here.
Someone just no, it's just like on the fucking moon. It's just look about the moon and just see Johnny.
Okay. Alright. I need to tell the remaining stories from this past week. Alright. So, July 5th. This happened in my first break at work. I finished up eating my chips, and then I go to the bathroom like I usually do. Because I like to eat, and then I go in the bathroom. But when I went to the bathroom at this specific time, all the stalls were full. So I just went pee, and I went back to the locker room that I usually eat in. And,
Wait, you have stalls?
in the bathroom?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I only have one.
You only have one?
My work only has one sink, one stall, one urinal.
Damn.
So it can get full really quickly.
That sucks ass.
Yeah, because I heard last week I was just overhearing a conversation, and they were like, because I saw there was I use the bathroom before I go home. I just just wash my hands, and I heard them, and they're like, and he's like, yeah, we only have one sink, one urinal, one stall, whatever. And then she's like, well, the girls have like double that. I'm like,
It's the opposite. We have 3 stalls and 2 urinals. And the girls only have like one bathroom.
how do you know that?
Because I see the door open when I go in there all the time.
You just look.
I go in there with them.
I go with them.
I shit you not. I've had like times where like either Lydia or Alyssa just walk in or out of the bathroom when I'm walking past. I'm just like, hey, listen, no, it's not what it looks like.
You take a really loud whiff.
I'm just like, take my phone out, take a picture of them walking in. But no, okay. So I go back to the locker room, and I'm just watching these videos, and I notice the break is over a minute later, and I just like walk up these small set of stairs, and next to the stairs, there's just this back entrance, and it leads out to the parking lot. And I just like, as I'm walking up these stairs, I just hear it open. And I just like think to myself, I swear to fucking God, if this is Lydia, I'm gonna fucking scream. And lo and behold, the person that comes walking in is Lydia.
You scream and fall down the stairs.
I'm just like,
you scream so much you jump backwards and you just fall down the stairs.
But like she just comes walking in, and we make this eye contact, and like she just starts walking in front of me, and like she just like walks so slow that I'm like just behind her.
You complaining?
I mean, I try walking slow as fuck, so that like I'm not like tailgating her, you know. But like, it's just like goddamn, and I go up.
You just run, push out of the way, like move, bitch.
I just push her into the bay areas. I get to my area and I'm just like, I tell Lucy about it, and she's just like, "You didn't wave hi at her," and it's like, "No."
She's behind. Was she behind? She was.
Well, when we first saw each other, we were like, crossing paths. But you know what makes us crazier?
What?
Is that this is not the first time this would happen that day, but I would see her. Actually, you remember the story last session when I told you that like I saw her with this older woman?
Yes.
And then like when I looked back at them, they were just like both looking at me. I saw her talking.
Johnny.
I saw I saw her talking to this woman again, and I just saw her taking her her hands and just like doing like putting them together like together or something like that, and I'm just like, okay, this is probably far-fetched or whatever, but is she talking about like how we cross paths or something like that?
What is she, deaf?
No.
I don't know.
But I guess her hands, she's like me, where like her hands are expressive.
Okay.
Something like that. So like I'm just like,
You were probably like, she's my soulmate for real, for real.
she's probably talking about something else. But like next break, I'm able to use the bathroom, and then I walk out of the bathroom. I turn around to the path that you use, and I just see Lydia just right there. And I don't know if what she was doing, but I don't know if she was in the process of turning around or about to turn around. But when I look around, I just see her doing that, and then like she's just like, she could have been like, oh fuck, oh shit, in her mind. So like instead she just like does whatever she was doing and then just like starts walking again. And I get to my area, and then I see her talking to the same woman again. Just like her smiling, walking up to the woman, and just like shaking her hands and just putting them on over her mouth as she was smiling and laughing. And I was like, okay, no, this can't be. Like, did I do a good job at describing what she did? Because like she was walking up smiling, and she was just like waving her hands in there, and then she just puts them over her mouth. Like, come on. I think she wants me for real.
You use your hands to talk too? I do that too. I think we're meant to be.
Yeah. I think we're both Italian.
I had that thing with the fucking girl, because I think she posted like last year or something. She was like, yeah, I stayed up till 5 a.m. building Legos. I'm like, are you my dream? I think we're like soulmates or something.
Yeah. But yeah, a few moments later, like 10 minutes later, I just see them talking again, and then I'm just looking, as I think at the very least Lydia and maybe the other woman were just like looking over at me, and Lydia was laughing and smiling over at me, and I was like, okay, cool.
You laughing at me, or are you like giggling that like it's like you like making fun of me? Like what's
going
you got a
on
fucking
here?
problem here?
You wanna fucking fight me or some
You
shit?
are you trying to fuck me, or do you want me to fuck you up?
Trying to fuck me on the spot over here. This is the next day. Yeah, that wasn't really interesting. July.
Pick only the interesting, spicy.
Yeah, only the spicy things. Did anything? Alright, so I really had like nothing happened between me and either of the girls, but like I went up to Lucy and I noticed that like her hairnet was like up, like so that part of her hair was out, sticking out. So I was like, pull that fucking hairnet down. And like Lucy was like, well, Lydia also has her hairnet like that, so how about you tell her to pull her hairnet down? And I was like, who?
Fucking well.
Who? And she was like, the girl over there. And then I was like,
What girl?
what girl? But then like I started playing dumb, and I was like, I go up to her and I was like, you know, she's Latina, so like she would I said something like she would just be like overpowering and be like no, or something like that.
Which is hotter.
Yeah, like I get the vibes that like, you know,
Put your hair
She's
down.
like that.
No. Oh
shit.
No. Oh, I'm suddenly erect now. I'm now.
Yeah, like I don't know, like that's it, I guess. I don't know. It's just my brain all of a sudden is not working, so like I don't know what to say.
I think the last thing we'll talk about is.
I do have two other things.
Okay,
though.
go.
So I you know, obviously since it's hot, there's fans everywhere. And there's one that Lucy uses under the table, one that shoots up. So I was using hand sanitizer, and I bent over in front of her and Alan that were there. And Alan just out of nowhere is just like, move, and then just like pushes me. And I just like, I know how to fall over that, and it makes it look like that I actually fell over. So like I just pretend like
Pretend to be dead. No, pretend to be dead.
I just fall over on the ground, and I just get up like, what the fuck? And
Stop breathing. Just.
I just go like, what the fuck? And Alan's just like, your ass was in my face, and I was just like, what the fuck? Are you gay? Why were you looking at my ass? And Lucy was just there like trying not to laugh, just like laughing. And another thing that happened, the last thing that happened is that Sheen.
Oh no.
Good old Sheen. He just treats Lucy as her diary, cause like I just hear him just like saying the most random shit to her. Like just like sometimes he's just like, yeah, so this weekend, like, no, like he did this to me like a few weeks ago, and to Lucy as well, where he's just like, yeah, I had to pretend that this is not a date. I'm going to the movies with this guy, and I have to pretend like it's not a date. Usually when I go to the movies, it's usually a day, and I have sex afterwards, and I'm just there like, okay. But yesterday, Sheen was like, I was there when he said this, He was just like, yeah, so I'm going to Barnes and Noble this weekend. And I just burst out laughing. And I just turned to Lucy like, he's shooting us like a fucking diary. Why doesn't he just talk to the 3 guys he fucks? Why doesn't he just talk to him while he fucks them? Like, so yeah, I'm just
I'm going to Barnes and Noble.
That's exactly what I did. I'm just like, I'm just like staring at her like, sorry, I'm just going to Barnes and Noble this weekend. And then I tell Alan, like, you want to go to Michael's craft store this weekend? Is that a thing gays do? And then me, like, while I'm doing it, Lucy just, like, is looking over at me and Alan just doing it. Just so fucking stupid. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store this weekend.
You wanna go have a bite of Applebee's or something?
I gotta pick up my pet's prescription.
I have medicine to buy at CVS. You wanna go? Yeah.
Yeah. What an episode.
Yeah. What an episode.
This is a very special episode.
Very.
Yep. If you are somehow watching this, thank you for watching. If you watched all 50 episodes, I think you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But, thank you for watching. We love doing these podcasts, so.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, get the hell out of here.
See ya.